is America today our father's vision? The question of whether or not America is how the Founding Fathers envisioned it is a question that cannot be answered. The Founding Fathers were not unified in their beliefs about America. Their political views were as varied as people of today. So, America is how some of the founders intended, but other founders would be appalled by what our country has become. Let's first start with George Washington. He would be disappointed but not surprised at what our country has become. He was famously against political parties as he believed that they created conflict. So he would be disappointed that America has become taken over by political parties, with each side believing the other to be inhuman monsters that cannot be reasoned with. But he did live long enough to see that political parties were taking root in the country, such as the battle between the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans. And even in Washington's cabinet, he could see the beginnings of the divide between small and large government. Next, let's go to Thomas Jefferson. I believe that he would have a more neutral opinion on modern America. On one hand, he would be happy that citizens in America have retained their freedoms like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But he would be disappointed in the expansion of powers that the executive branch has been given. Jefferson was the first major believer of states' rights over the federal government, and that's what his political party, the Democratic Republicans, were founded on. So he would be neutral because America has kept some of his ideas and thrown out others. James Madison, the father of the Constitution, is simple in comparison. I believe that he would be perfectly satisfied with America at the moment. My reasoning is that he wrote the Constitution to change with the times and to be able to adapt. And the Constitution has changed to suit the needs of the people. So Madison will be proud that his document has done its job and has served the people well. Alexander Hamilton would be mostly satisfied with the current state of America. The state treasury is still largely as he left it, and the federal government has increased in power just as Hamilton wanted it to. He would find the Democrat Party to be most similar to him. He would be disappointed in the lack of a permanent national bank, as he fought hard for one to exist during his term as Secretary of the Treasury. So overall, this question is impossible to answer because the founders all had different ideas for how America should develop. And it is unreasonable to put all the founders in one category and act like they would all love or all hate what America is today. And as with all issues, this one is incredibly complex. None of them would be completely satisfied or completely disappointed in our country. They all had varied views on different things that don't necessarily align with either of our modern political parties. So in conclusion, the founders would all have mixed reactions because they were real, complex people. Some would be proud and others would be ashamed.
Max, your citation for first place and a cash prize of $125. Thank you very much.